Hello everyone, welcome back to Trophy Travel Experiences. Today I'm doing a review of the cabin for the first class in Qatar Airways between Doha and Hong Kong. In another video, I did a review of the actual first class lounge experience, and on my other channels, I've done reviews on the wine list on Trophy Wine Hunter and also the food served aboard on Trophy Food Experiences. So you can check out those videos. Qatar Airways has two different aircraft that they use. The newer one is the Airbus A380, but this was the Boeing 777. I had no problem with it. So it was still a very nice experience. In first class, there are 6 seats and only 4 passengers were there. So essentially, there was 2 dedicated staff for us. I think there were other people also helping, but basically 2 people serving 4 people. So that was a really great experience. The other thing is that there's 2 rows of seats, and I guess there's one on the left-hand side. I guess that's the 1A and 2A, which are by themselves. The 2 seats, I think it's C and D, face each other. So there's a slight more privacy when you book the 1A and 2A seats. These are not queue suites, so they are open. It's a huge amount of space. Business is already very large, but what I really liked about this space is that with most business class, you have kind of a little cubby hole where you put in your seat. There's always something because there's something in front of you, another seat in front of you. So you're kind of, blocked. If you can see on this video, the end part, which is kind of a little seat, that is kind of doesn't have anything on top of it, so you can actually stretch out your feet a little bit more. You're not kind of bound as much with your feet. It doesn't feel as enclosed, and I actually found for sleeping purposes, I found that really much better. It's really comfortable to kind of be able to move around, kick up your feet, whatever, and so I thought that was really nice. So the amenities, I think, from first class and business class are fairly the same. The seat is bigger, but on Qatar Airways, the business class seat is already huge. So I don't know how much bigger you can get your seat, but obviously it was very comfortable. I think one of the big things on airplanes, everyone always feels kind of cramped. And well, in first class here, you feel it's so open. It's like your own kind of living room. So it's very big. The only, I guess, downside of this is that there is no divider. There's no door that you can shut, but it's fine. The space is very nice and very large, so no complaints there. Here is the short video of my space. A good lounge ledge access. So there's, I think, a lot of places for you to put things. Large screen. I like the idea that the screen kind of slides out. So when you're eating or when you're kind of in your seat, there's actually nothing in front of you. It's just like you can get up. And then, when you want to have your meal, you put your desk, or else you put your TV there. But essentially, you could stand up and do calisthenics if you wanted to in your seat. So that's the nice thing. It's so free in terms of, the access level. And you can see from this video that you can pile up things on that, the place where you put your feet. This is the bed makeup, so it looks very comfortable. I slept very well. And again, I'll mention that, for Qatar Airlines, they'll try and make the bed for you, but give them some time. Normally after the meal, I'll just tell them, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom to change, and just let them know so that they have time to, make the bed for you. And it takes them a little while, but not very much. I went in there, changed into some pajamas, brushed my teeth. When I came back out, the bed was ready for me. So this shot is not meant to look at my feet, but just to show you the spacing, how much space there is. I think if you were really tall, you'd still have a ton of space, and just it's just very comfortable if you don't have your feet kind of put into a kind of cubby hole. Lots of space. So this is the bathrooms. I would say they're not huge, and compared to Emirates, I think the bathrooms at Emirates are a little bit bigger. I don't know if in the 380 they're bigger. Very clean. They cleaned them all the time, and lots of nice amenities. They had, I think, toothbrushes and razors if you needed them. So it was, nice. And of course, there was no crowd in there. So yeah, I'll also mention that most airlines, which I didn't realize, they always have this kind of thing that comes down for me, mostly for babies, if you have to change your baby its diaper on something. But you can actually put that down and, put things on it if you want to change, particularly in business or first class. Changing pajamas, you can do that. So I kind of starting to use that skill a little bit. There's a little bit of a cubby hole here. I don't believe there's any overhead bins in first class, but there's a locker, and I should have taken a photo of that. But there's a kind of a locker that's right beside your seat, and that's fine. This is the tray table, which is enormous. It's really big, and so it's quite sufficient for your meal. So and you know stows away quite nicely. And again, yeah, it's just I found it a very useful table. It's not, you don't have to fold it out, but by itself, it's quite large. It's quite sturdy, quite sufficient. All in all, my experience on first class was very nice. As to whether it's worth it, quite frankly, the Qatar Airways business class is already so good. There obviously is a step up in terms of the food, the quantity, the quality of food, and the wines. But the service standard is just as good in business class, and it's huge already. I think with Emirates, there's a much bigger step up in terms of the service standard and the cabin and the quality between business and first class. So, but whereas with Qatar Airways, their business class is really really good already. So it's a really fun experience. But if I really had to pay for it or upgrade, I don't think you need to. It's business class in Qatar is really, really good already. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, safe travels.